Hello, my name is Ambre Soubiran, and I'm the CEO of Kaiko. Kaiko is the leading provider of enterprise-grade crypto asset data. What does that mean? Our product is an API data platform that exposes real-time and historical market data on the prices of crypto assets. Our clients are institutional investors and enterprises in this industry, which is crypto and blockchain-based digital finance. Our business model is B2B SaaS. We sell access to the database through annual licenses, and the pricing of those licenses depend on the scope of data and the granularity of the data that is accessible through that license. We are a team of 30 people, soon to be 40, centralized in Paris with an office in New York and soon Singapore. And a couple of things about Kaiko: our data is usable in the context of regulatory compliant initiatives. We are working with leading industry bodies in the space in order to define standards, and our data set is unique and non-replicable. From an equity story standpoint, we are backed by Anthemis, _.9 and Alven, and we have just closed our 20 million euro Series A. Where do we build our products? In the context of blockchain. Blockchain technology actually is more than just trading crypto. Blockchain technology actually offers a platform for digitizing finance. We've heard about DeFi, decentralized finance, and for me, this is just a sandbox proving that blockchain can be used as an underlying infrastructure in order to implement financial applications. So in short, the data that we are providing today is limited to crypto assets, but as we are seeing a tokenization of traditional capital markets in order to create a digital representation of traditional asset classes on blockchains, we are moving towards what we call digital finance, and Kaiko will be the data provider of that digital finance world. We're actually solving for two major problems for institutions in the industry. The first one is the technical complexity, and the second one is the regulatory obligations to acquire third-party data. The technological problem is very much tied to the market fragmentation. Crypto markets are spread across hundreds of exchanges globally. There are hundreds of thousands of different traded instruments, which with each their own order book and price formation. It's time consuming, it's expensive, there is no historical data, and there's no standard. This is purely a question of infrastructure, of building the plumbing, enabling enterprises and institutions to easily access this data. The second problem is actually tied to the regulatory landscape, which is that any regulated entity that is trying to create an ETP, an ETF, is going to require an independent third-party data provider in order to match regulatory requirements. It's similar for institutional investors when they need to value their assets, when they need to do audit reporting, when they need to do tax accounting. Any FP&A type use cases that has anything to do with crypto will require a third-party data provider. And finally, as we're seeing the growth of DeFi, more and more on-chain contracts that represent financial contracts are going to require a very transparent and auditable data source, and this is something we already provide through our role as Oracle on-chain. What we do, we're connected to all the crypto venues. We collect the data, we standardize the data, we store it, and then we expose it to the industry through a couple of traditional API mechanisms, as well as oracles, which is writing data directly onto the blockchain. We address all the institutional and enterprises use case in the world, both traditional and crypto native, which is regulators, researchers, academia, institutional investors, exchanges, tax, and enterprises in the space. Today, we own a unique database, which is the largest database in the world for crypto asset financial data. We work with leading institutions such as Bloomberg in order to implement financial data standards from an infrastructure standpoint, and we publish widely distributed data-driven research. Our equity story: the company was founded in 2014. I come from 10 years of traditional equity capital markets and acquired the company in 2017. We closed our seed round in 2019, and we recently closed our Series A round, which was led by _ and Anthemis. Thank you very much.